Hello friends, this is DMC and this is my quick review of Aldi's Alcafe Roastmaster Ugandan ground coffee. And I picked this up in Aldi for $1.99. It was the only bag of this on the shelf, and it was a really sort of bashed in, not very good. Looked like it had been left in the storeroom for 6 months, but it has got quite a long best before date on it, so I don't think that was the case. These coffees have been mentioned to me in the past. I think they did a crema and an espresso in a white and black bag that I think viewer Brian and a few others mentioned to me around the time, but this is the only one that I have seen, and this was actually on the coffee shelf itself. I remember people mentioning that they weren't on the coffee shelf, they were sort of on the random item shelf. So let's take a look at the bag. As I say, it was $1.99. It's a Rainforest Alliance certified coffee. Single origin, Ugandan ground roasted coffee. Fine fruit notes remind of red berries and cherries with a full body and slightly spicy finish. Medium roast number 3, premium quality, which is debatable, and it's 227 grams. A little bit of a description on the back says, characteristical for our Roastmaster, single origin Uganda, of fine fruit notes that remind of red berries and cherries, as well as its full body and slightly spicy finish. Not much else on there. Contact information, 227 grams. Ways to make your coffee. Nothing on the sides unless you're into barcodes. And that's it for the pack. So let's take a quick look at the ground coffee. Quite finely ground. Not espresso fine, but finer than most. Quite dark, orange in colour, and the aroma is earthy, rich, and has a creaminess or slight vanilla hint. I do seem to get a bit of vanilla from a lot of the Ugandan coffees that I've tried in the past. It's fruity too. There's no vibrancy to it though. I wouldn't say it's obviously stale, but the smell is a bit metallic and is what I would associate with a stale supermarket coffee and typical with Aldi and Lidl coffees. They both have a distinct rich staleness. I don't know, maybe it's from the packaging or the way it's processed or produced, especially the ground coffees, not so much with the beans though. But Aldi and Lidl coffees are very similar and they all have that sort of rich staleness to them. It does remind me a little of an IKEA coffee that I reviewed a long time ago that was in sort of brick form, and when I bought it, it had about 6 days on the best before date, so that's when I did start checking best before dates on bags of coffees, but I do get caught out every now and again. So with this one, taste wise, it's got fruity and slight vanilla hints. It reminds me, as I say, of that White Nile Ugandan coffee from IKEA that was terribly stale and acidic. And although this is quite acidic, thankfully it's not as obviously stale as that IKEA coffee. But the longer the pack was open, the more obvious that staleness became. And along with the acidity, both crept up day by day the longer the pack was open. And I can smell this coffee now, and it doesn't smell very appealing at the moment. It's been probably open for a week or two, this coffee. It's slightly bitter and is medium bodied, so something a little bit different from Aldi, but not the greatest taste and a bit forgettable if I'm honest. I do suspect that Aldi and Lidl coffees ruin sometimes good coffees with the way that they are processed or packaged, and a lot of them have that, as I say, rich staleness about them, especially the ground coffees. So I'll give it a score of 2.5 out of 5. Not one I would recommend, but cheap enough to risk trying. You never know, it may be better suited to your taste than mine. So I'd really like to hear from anyone who's tried this coffee or any of the other coffees from Aldi. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more coffee reviews in the future, subscribe to my channel. That was my quick review. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.